What's up, YouTube fans? Today, we're going to take a look at the NBK King of Gatling, or their version of a robot that turns into a Gatling gun. So this isn't a character, it's their own unique character that they've created. This is the third in their series. They created two others that turned into rifles. This one turns into a Gatling gun. My personal preference, I like the look of this guy over those other two. There's two versions of him. There's this purple and gold, and then there's kind of a bronze-ish version. I think this one looks better. It does say limited edition on the box. I'm not sure what that means, how many they produced, but it does look really nice. Let's take a look at the details again a little bit closer so you can take a look. So you can see he's fully painted in this purple, silver, gold, and there's lots of accents on it. Little tampo details like this. The gold, blue, silver, number 03, W03. This is the third in their series. You got 8 little arrows, things on the hip skirts. Coming down the legs, it says fight over here, power, pretty cool. Charge over here. On the side, you've got translucent blue. There's little translucent blue pieces kind of all over. On the side of the arms, you've got some detail. You can see it says W03 and then some little accents and details there. Coming to the back, it does say start back here. I'm not sure what that's about, but it says start here and here on his rear hip skirts. The bottom it says power on. So he's got lots of details on him, and it looks really good. It's a really good looking figure. By the way, it is relatively light. There isn't a lot of die cast. Actually, I'm not sure if there's any die cast. When we get to the Gatling gun, I will point out there's a couple of die cast parts, but in the robot mode, I don't think there's much. So let's go over the articulation. The head is on a ball joint. It goes down to there, up to there. You can actually lift it off this panel, and then you can get way down. So that's a nice addition there. You get side to side, and then a rotation all the way around. It's a very nice looking head sculpt. There is a light up feature. It came with batteries, at least this one did. So if you move that switch, and we'll turn off the lights here. Now you can see he's got that light up blue eyes. I don't know if the batteries are weak or what, but it does look really good. It probably look a little better if you had newer batteries there. All right, continuing on with the arms, you have a shoulder joint on the inside. It goes up and down. If you move this panel out of the way, this little silver panel that's attached right there, you have to slide it out and then up. Then you can get this shoulder all the way up to there. You can also bend this shoulder up. Now, if you want, you can also take this bullet that's there and fold that down. And now you can get the shoulder all the way up. So that's an option there for display. I think it looks really good with the bullet. So I'm going to leave that on top, but that's your choice there. You have a rotation here at the elbow on a nice ratchet. All the ratchets are nicely tolerant. Nothing is too tight or too loose. You get a double jointed elbow. You can see the full bend. It is part of the transformation, but it does work. Speaking of transformation, there is a reverse butterfly here. Doesn't really help you with articulation, but I just wanted to mention that. For the hands, you have a rotation at the wrist. You have in and out movement at the wrist, both directions. The fingers are individually articulated. So you have a ball joint and then 2 pins for each finger, and the thumb is on a ball joint and 2 pins as well. All right, moving on. We have a waist rotation on friction, nice and tight, not too tight. The hip skirts are on a double hinge, so you can hinge them up like that, or you can just fold them upwards. The back, there's a hip skirt, and then on the side there's a hip skirt. This one actually moves up and down at the waist, so just be aware of that before you rotate the waist. That'll allow you to get the leg up to there. Nice strong ratchet, holds it just fine. Like I said, no die cast, so it's not too heavy. Back to there, and out to the side. All of those work very well. For the thigh, you have a rotation at a cut joint. That works well. You have a double jointed knee. So that first one bends there. You can see there's like a cover down piece. And then the second one bends back here. You can see it's really nicely detailed in there. For a big bot like this, I'm surprised to get double jointed knee. And coming down to the feet, we get ankle tilts, both directions, forward and backward, and a upward toe tilt. So if you want to do a walking pose, you can do a walking pose as well. Now, I do get a lot of accessories here. They're pretty much all for the Gatling gun mode, but they can all be mounted and used in robot mode. So come to the back here, and we'll start with this adapter piece. There's a little groove here on this that's going to slide down into this. It's on an angle, so it's going down like that. There's little grooves that it's going to clip into, so make sure you get that on an angle. And it is a little challenging to get out, but you can get it in there like that. And then these should be rotated so they're flat, facing upwards like that. Next, we're going to take this piece here, and you can see on this side there's a groove and then a slot. That's going to fit over this gray piece right here. Now this doesn't stay up. This handle, which is part of the mechanism for the Gatling gun, it folds down. So what I found, the best way to keep it up is to come to here, these little gray pieces, fold those out, and then fold those up. Same on this side, fold that out, fold that up, and just leave that there for now. Now we're going to take this. This is going to slide up and over and then down, and this kind of holds it in place. Now you're going to use these. I'll kind of get this backed out so you can see. But you're going to use these to hold that cannon into place. So just rotate them back, and now you can have that handle kind of up and off of his back. I don't know if that's the official, it's not in the instructions, so I don't know if there's a better way to make that handle stay, but that's how I got it. All right, now once we have the backpack all set up, we can start attaching things. So first thing we're going to do is attach the magazine bullets. And you can see on the back of the arm right here, there's two little slots. And then on the inside of this handle, there's two little slots. So it's actually going to hold the magazine there. It's pretty cool. So line this up, make sure you have the tabs like this with the angle pointing inwards. That's going to plug into the back of here. And every again, you remove a couple of bullets at the top just to leave a little space. Same on this end, I've removed 4 bullets. And that's going to plug in right here. So just get the 2 parts lined up and then give that a push. And now you can see you can hang that off of there. It looks really good. I really like that. Then we're going to take these, which were attached when we did the unboxing. They were attached together like this, the 3 barrels. And you take one of them, and you can see there's a slot right here, and there's a tab right here. So you're going to go ahead and plug this into there. And then we can turn this to the other side and do the same thing over here. But we're not done. We do have the guns. So we have this piece here. Now, it comes like this with the barrel attached. And they say you can take this handle, fold it down, and then this will plug into the hand. But the problem with that is now you have this gigantic barrel hanging out. And you can do it. It will fit in the hand. There's just 2 little tabs right here on the inside of the handle. So if you straighten up the arm, you can get this attached, and then you can close up the fingers around that. And it's fine, but it's a little bit limiting because he's got this big long barrel sticking out. So I like to unplug the barrel, and then you can bend this upwards and use this as a handgun. My personal preference, I think this is a little bit better. It looks a little better and it works a little better. But you do end up with this as an extra piece. All right, and the last thing is you can take one of these, the third one, only one left, and you come to the side of the arm and you'll see there's 2 slots here on the side of the arm. Now you can just plug it into one or the other, or you can plug it into both. So this will plug in right here. You have to extend it just a little bit, and now we can plug it in. Make sure you have the male end. There you go. So now you can have that side arm. Or if you want, you don't have to attach the top one. You can just attach the bottom one. And he can bend his arm Have some options there, but really cool weapons options there for the King of Gatling. Alright, now let's get this guy transformed into his gun mode. And it's a pretty big figure, so it's going to be hard to show on camera, so I'll do my best to show you exactly what to do. But we're going to start off, you can get the arms up and out of the way. And we'll start with the waist. We're going to rotate the waist 180. Make sure all of these hip skirts are rotated down before you do this. Alright, make sure it's straight. And once you have it straight, you're going to take these side hip skirts, you're going to tab in right here. So lift this up and tab that in. Same on this side. Then you're going to lift up on these. And same on this side, just move it up and out of the way. Right. We're going to go ahead and take the legs and rotate down and out a little bit. Same on this side, down and out. So you have them sitting like this. Alright, now we can do most of the rest of this transformation sitting on the ground. It just makes things a lot easier. Go ahead and take the heel spurs, you can fold those in. We're going to take the legs, come to the inside here, you're going to open up this little tab that's going to release the bottom part of the leg. Take this, fold that in, and then close up the hip. Right, this is going to rotate to the back, and then we'll take care of this. And basically do the same thing on this side. Right now they have both legs rotated and separated. You can come to the bottom here, lift up these, open up these tabs. So these gray pieces. We're going to fold the hip skirt down, and then there's a little slot right here and a tab on the bottom. So plug that in, and just make sure it's lined up. Same on this one. And then come to the other side, and these we're going to tab in right here. It's a little tab on the inside bottom. So get this folded down and tabbed in there. And those should be nice and secure. All right, come back to this side, and we'll work on the upper body. Go ahead and lift up on the head, rotate forward on this chest panel right here. It's tabbed in right here and here, so it can be a little bit tight. Fold the head in. He's just going to sit in that little cubby. Leave that open for now. We're going to close these up, so they're going to sit. Don't close them all the way, just leave them like that. And now we'll take care of the arms. So let me do one arm at a time. Come to the back, you're going to take this bullet. This is going to fold all the way down and sit on the back of the arm. Take this, slide this out, lift up, rotate this around at this upper joint here, and then rotate it down. It's going to sit right in there. Right. Lift up on the arm, and we'll take care of all of this. So come to the front here. Now go ahead and grab a spudger, and you're going to need it for other parts of the transformation, so just keep it handy. But we're going to separate this panel here and fold this back. The first time you do it, it'll be a lot tighter than what I just showed you. Same up here. Untab this, bring this back, and it just lays flat on the outside. We're going to take the arms, come to here, you're going to fold this panel down. It's tabbed in there. You're going to rotate the hand so it goes in, but you're going to bend at this purple joint so it doesn't hit those pieces there. And then this is going to sit flat inside here. So make sure that it rotates flat with the fingers facing outwards. And then this is going to fold up. Make sure you have the fingers folded with the thumb flat and then the fingers curled up. And that'll fit in like that. Go ahead and take the arm. We're going to rotate this up so it makes a flat surface like this. Right? And then this sequence can be a little bit confusing, but we're going to lift this up, rotate this entire section to the back, and we're going to bring this back down. So you should end up with these silver pieces on the outside and then the purple there. All right, so go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I'll do it off camera and be right back. All right, if you've completed both arms, you should end up with something like this. And now we're going to take care of this middle section. In order to do that, you need this piece right here. And there are two little rotating pieces here. Make sure they're open. So that's what it looks like when it's closed. So make sure this is open all the way on both sides. This is going to slide down into here. There's a little tab right here. It's going into this slot right here. So line that up and get that inserted. Look like that. And then close up these. There's actually an arrow of direction. So you're going to rotate in that arrow of direction. And it's supposed to go 180 degrees. Now the first time I did it, it wouldn't rotate. Now it has rotated all the way. So it might be a little tight the first few times you do it. But you do want to rotate that at least. Yeah, see, this one's still a little bit tight. Can't get it to go all the way. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So it should be flat like that. All right, next we're going to take these arm panels and we're going to rotate those up. So bring this up and fold this elbow out of the way. Get this rotated underneath here. It can be a tight fit, but it should make its way under like that. Same on this side. Rotate this up and make sure it makes its way underneath. All right. These two pieces should meet in the middle and tab together. So you can just give that a squeeze. Make sure that actually tabs together nicely. Same on the back. This piece should tab together, nice and secure like that. Right. So in the home stretch, make sure these are open just a little bit. You're going to bring this up. It's going to tab back into where you took it out. And then you're going to close these around it. And the last step here is the legs. And this is probably the more tedious part. So starting with the foot, we're going to open up this panel here. This is on a double hinge, so there's a hinge here and a hinge on the foot. You have to rotate the inner hinge first. It's actually really tight when you first get it, so you got to rotate the foot back, rotate the inner hinge, and this is all sharp, so it hurts your fingers. This is going to go down ever so slightly, so bend at the toe just a little bit. But make sure you're pushing at the bottom joint and not the top joint. Get the bottom joint all the way down. And then, this will be in a little bit, and then bend the foot down. All right, once you have it all the way in, and the toe should be into this little angle like that. Otherwise it's tough, but then you can close this down. And on this copy, it doesn't actually close all the way. It stays a little bit open, but that's one leg. You're going to take this. We're going to rotate at the hip all the way around 180 degrees, and then we're going and make sure it's straight. And then we're going to bend at the knee, at the lower knee. There's a little tab, or I guess groove right here, that's going into a slot on the inside of the leg. And this, again, this is another tricky part. So you got to kind of line it up and get it on and bend it at the same time. And I got one side. That's what it should look like. So go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. All right, so we're now in the home stretch. Go ahead and take this piece here, and there's two little buttons. You can see it's retracting these two tabs. So fold these down, and you're going to push those buttons and put it right into here. And this tab is going to go into the bottom part. Line that up, put that in, and then let go of the button so it attaches in there. And now you can set this down on those two little feet. Next we'll take care of this piece. So go ahead and unplug the barrel from this stock. We're going to pull this open. Don't pull it all the way out. Just pull it so that it hits the stopper. If you push it too far, it'll pop out. And then you're going to remove this at the end. This cap. You have to do that, otherwise you can't actually fire the bullet. So make sure you remove this cap. And I think I lost a piece in here. All right. This is going to go ahead and plug in right here. Insert that all the way so it gets in nice and secure. Then we're going to take our 3 barrel pieces here, and you're going to extend down here like that. And there's a little slot right here. It's going to fit over this gold tab right here. So get that lined up and slide that over, basically get it all the way on. The next one, you're going to attach these clips. So there's a female, female, female. It's attaching to male on this side. So same thing, slide it on this tab first. And I recommend working from the outside in. So start at the end, do that one, then this one, then that one. And then last one, same thing. And final step here, come to the back. And you want to take this piece right here. And you have to remove these little die-cast pieces here. The first time I took it out, it was really tight, so I used a spudger to push it out, but now I can just use my thumb. So remove that. Remove that. You can take this, and you see the little tab right there on the back. It's going to slide in and then up, because you're holding on this handle, right? So we're very close to being done. There's a little slot right here you can actually see through. Right there. So you want to get this metal pin through there. Now this side, one of the sides is actually hard to get it through, so you got to really line it up. Make sure it makes its way through. There we go, I got that one in. Then go ahead and come to the other side. Same thing. Get this through and lined up. And then you're going to screw it together. So go ahead and twist both ends. That is metal, by the way. All right, the final step here is to attach these armatures onto this metal piece here. So you're going to fold this down, and it's going to just flip over and tab in. And make sure you do that on the other side as well. All right, and there is the Gatling gun in all of its glory. And it really does look good. It's got a lot of nice detail. All this stuff we saw, it just comes out looking really nice on the barrel here. Get that nice metal piece in the middle. All of this tampo detail, the gold, the silver, all that looks great. This little piece on the bottom actually helps to kind of have it stand up. I kind of like that. You can just set it down and have it look nice. Here is the back. The handle to hold. I like that it slides up because you know it's not going to come off. It slides up onto this. And then this one, as you rotate, it rotates the handle and also loads the next bullet. So you can see it rotates and it fires the mechanism inside there. So let me see if I can get you to see it. Yeah, so it's just basically firing from here through the barrel. So that's pretty cool. I do have this detail here on the top, those bullets that we had on his shoulders. That's really nice. All in all, it's a really good looking Gatling gun. All right, so here's that magazine that we loaded with bullets earlier, those rubber tipped bullets. And you're going to feed it through here. Use the tab side up, and it'll only go one way. So make sure you feed it with that direction this way from the right side to the left side. If you go the other way, it won't feed. So go ahead and get this through here. And I have a couple bullets out just for demonstration purpose. But once you feed it through, you can come to the other side, bring the magazine around, and then plug this in here. And now we got that magazine attached. And let's do a quick demo of the shooting. So, final recommendations on the NBK King of Gatling. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm going to recommend it. Pretty darn close to a 5 out of 5, but not necessarily a must-have. But I was really surprised. This is a really well done figure. For a big guy like this, it has a really good articulation. He can really move. The accessories all work in both modes. I love that everything can attach to him. I really like the look of this, having the gun's magazine attached. I don't even know if that's called a magazine, but whatever. The fact that these attach, the light up eyes, all those features are really, really nice. They really work well. The Gatling gun mode, I saw, is pretty fun actually to mess with. It doesn't fire rapid fire, you know, it's just single bullet at a time, but I still think it's pretty cool that they worked that gimmick in there. You know, they didn't need to do that. It works and it's really cool. So yeah, if you're into these guys, these transforming guns that are human size, right? It's scaled to fit with a human, then I think you'll enjoy this. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.